And he just like, right there. And he points at the...
Well, there you go, Max. All right. Can we go get BreAnne now, please?
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Ah!
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 70 of Bards and Nobles, the realest podcast on Earth. This is Brian, the Dungeon Master, and tonight I'm joined by...
Why, thank you, Brian. This is Anthony Boyd playing Grits Grundell, the Arakakra Bard/Rogue. Now tossing it over to...
Trey O'Neill, Punt McShrimpton, Dwarf Druid.
Well, that was not passed off to me, so I'm not going to go.
I'm not done yet.
Oh.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I'm Andrew Dana, and I will be playing Elon Musket, the Warforged gunsmith. Over to you, Aaron.
Aaron Williams, Baron von Beauregard VI, the Human Ranger.
I don't like any of this.
I don't either.
Keybay.
Charles Nelson playing Max Stormblade, the Human Paladin.
While you're at it, Charles, why don't you give us a recap of last game?
Yeah, you dick.
I'll let Aaron do that.
Oh.
So he rolled the low.
Yeah, dick.
Fine.
Speaking of dicks,
Your DM commands it.
Last episode, there was two of our party members, Flint and Max, who lost their faces but got them back after Elon destroyed this monolith that a bunch of ghosts were gathered around.
Yeah,
Earlier that day, BreAnne tried his hardest to save Flint's mount from the ghost, but was unable to due to their numerous advantage.
Numerical advantage?
No. Their numerous advantage.
Sorry to interrupt you, but why is there a nasty-ass old person chair in the corner?
That's for the ghosts to join us.
How did I just notice that?
That's what I want to know.
And
It blends
then,
into the egg crate. It's got advantage on stealth.
and then with their faces back, and unfortunately Flint's mount deceased, we set forth for Gardune hurriedly.
Like, so fast.
All right, you guys have been riding hard all day, and the weather has just gotten worse. Like, flying through it, Grits, it's becoming quite a struggle, and it's getting hotter, and the air is drier. In fact, it's almost painful at certain points. Like, you have to get low, and you have to coast as much as you can just to like survive the heat. After another hard day of travel, you guys have avoided pretty much any distractions. You guys have just been heading dead straight towards where BreAnne, I believe, is still guiding. Are you still scouting up ahead?
Yes, I will be guiding the party.
All right. As night closes in, what are you guys doing? Are you finding a place to rest, or are you going to go another day, another night riding?
How far are we from Gardune?
You still know it's a couple days away.
Oh, shit.
The days don't change, like the
Well,
estimate.
I think we had better take a rest.
Yeah.
We don't want to push our mounts too hard.
Flint, what would you like to do?
Don't risk them dying.
I would like to, I guess... Do I know how long we have to get Madison to something to like resurrect, or...
You know that, let's see, last time you guys rolled the religion check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
No, he wasn't here.
Okay. You know, like lower level magics, you have maybe a week to 10 days or so.
Okay.
But you also know with lower level magics, based on the information that BreAnne and Elon relayed to you about the interaction with Madison and the ghosts and stuff, that you know that they would normally fail if like a soul or something like that were not present. and you would be relying on a very, very high, intricate, sometimes even dangerous level of magic, which doesn't have that limit.
Time limit. Okay. All right. Well, knowing that, I say
there is a time limit, but it's more than a few days.
Right. We could easily take our time getting there, taking
if you wanted to,
and everything else, and it wouldn't make a difference. Knowing that, trying to be pragmatic, I say we rest here.
Okay.
And,
All right.
All right. I say everyone gather up. And I start.
Where is here? Are you guys in the middle of a field again, or do you attempt to find a safer position?
I try to scout out a good place to camp.
We look for a cliff and just sit up right on the edge of it.
You do, or the scout that's the trailblazing for you guys?
I do. I don't trust his
Yeah.
rangering.
Is that,
I mean, I don't know. Did you talk it over with me? Like I'm in front leading.
Yeah.
Did you tell me that?
It's getting darker.
Nope.
Nope,
You just
you just-
fly up into the sky?
I'm just gonna make a large circle.
Right. In the sky, or are you staying low a few feet off the ground like you were?
I'm gonna get up higher, about 20, 30 feet in the sky.
Your face falls off.
To get a scouting like advantage of some kind, it's going to be a little more than 30 feet. Like you'd have to fly up, because I mean 20 or 30 feet is not a huge difference.
But it's grassland, right?
Trees grow that high.
Yeah, you've been encountering like hills, like rolling hills and things like that though.
Okay, then I get 50 feet in the air.
Sure.
About tree fitty.
You fly up, and this almost strangulating, intense heat of the clouds and ash that's been all around the bad weather. Give me a Constitution saving throw first.
$13.
The higher up you fly, you just note the temperature is getting worse. The conditions are getting worse.
And this is like towards the end of day, right?
Yeah. But it just seems to be getting worse as time goes on.
Ooh, then I start heading back down.
All right. You still take 12 points of fire damage. And give me a perception check.
Uh, 13.
All right. Up ahead a few miles, you see a kind of lower swampy area. It's just kind of sunken like a grove just a little bit, with like one or two trees that may provide some type of cover, or just like just a place to lay low in this open field, open plains.
Okay, I fly back down close to everybody and I relay that information to everyone via telepathy.
Okay.
Or message, rather.
And I mean, you guys all know, like even your mounts are feeling it. It's the air is getting so dry. Not just like, oh, it's dry out here, but like actual moisture is being sucked out. Just the conditions of the plains are getting worse and worse as time goes on.
Wow. Osmosis has become an enemy.
What?
He said it was being sucked out.
Oh.
So should we keep going?
I told you there's like a little swampy area.
Yeah.
Could have some more moisture
No, I
to make it a
mean,
little
should
more.
we take another exhaustion to get out of the plains
Not with
that are turning into lava?
are we? I mean, is this gonna stop at the plains, or is it gonna keep going? I mean, does getting to Gardune even help us?
I mean, we may have destroyed the planet.
does this seem to be original? Is this seem to be the same cloud that came from the obelisk that was destroyed?
At this point, this in the middle of the day, it looks like the entire sky is cloud. Like everything's melded into each other.
Oh.
Like you don't know if there's no separate clouds. It's just an overcast, fiery red tinted cloud mess.
We're in fucking Mount Doom over here. Let's try to get down to the swamp. I think we should camp in the swamp.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
At least it'll be moister.
It'll
Hopefully.
be moister. But the bubble is always comfortable, so.
Be moister than an oyster.
Gross.
At least it'll be moisture.
Oh my god, guys! So what are you doing?
Head towards the moistness.
let's head towards
Sure,
the swamp.
you get into the moisture.
Nuts.
No, it's there's a it dips down into like a large bowl area, and this area is like it's a mile of this land. Like it's just lower than the plains you've been traveling through, and the ground is kind of soggy. And there's a couple of dead trees. That just
It's a
stick out
mouth.
every
Let's
now
get
and
out of
then.
here.
But I mean, you find a place, and at this point, the sun has dropped down, and it's just dark as nature gets at night in the open plains.
No moon.
No, what moon there was is now obscured by the cloud cover that you saw all day.
All right, I do the chicken dance and pop the bubble.
Sure.
I love how that's a thing now.
All right. So long resting. What are you guys doing? Who's watching?
I'll take first watch.
Sure.
I'll take first watch as well.
All right.
I spend the entire long rest with Madison.
Okay.
I'll take
Hard.
second watch.
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep prestidigitating Madison a little bit while I'm awake. Just trying to keep that corpse as fresh as I can, I guess. Keep it from stinking.
With what?
Prestidigitation.
No, but doing what with it? Like killing bacteria?
No, I can just make it smell nice.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Do I notice him doing this?
Yeah, you notice.
I tell him to stop.
Little pine tree
All right.
air fresheners on the antlers.
Okay.
Why does he smell like lavender?
I take second watch with Max.
All right, so first watch, you guys do anything? You just staying quiet, looking out at the sky, the clouds, the fields?
I just look over at Gris and I'm like, man, I didn't think destroying the obelisk would lead to such an amazing display of power.
I mean, it was full of ghosts, bro.
I mean,
But then again, I feel like everything we touch nowadays is full of some weird, crazy power that
Man.
tries to kill us.
that's true. Hey, at least Max and Shrimp got their faces back.
Yeah,
That's a bonus, I guess.
that no face is creeping me out.
Yeah. It sucks giant elk dick that Madison died.
It's pretty insensitive, Elon.
I said it sucks.
All right, so that watch is up. You guys go to sleep and tag out. Baron and Max, you guys are up. You guys do anything? Say anything? You staring into the night quietly?
Just staring into the night.
Stare into each other's eyes.
I'm jotting down any details I have yet to write down about encounters from within the mountain
Uh-huh.
into the bestiary.
Okay. You begin writing down, and just as most creative endeavors do, once you begin writing, your mind just starts going. Give me a history check.
Start drawing penises.
God.
It's like 5% of people.
Don't
Just
fail
Vinny
me,
triumphant,
James.
Fuck.
One of my tattoo artists started an Instagram account called Addicted
All right.
Day, and he's just drawing dicks.
Jesus.
So a history check,
Yeah.
1.
What? Okay.
All right.
Can't
When
even
you're
remember
writing
what you
things
ate
down,
yesterday.
you're like, you're reminded of the previous day's events, and you're like, you know, it would be really cool.
Dicks.
You start writing a little note about something called the spirit of the plains, and you're like, wait a minute, I think I heard that once before as a folklore as a wee lad, but you don't remember any details about it because you roll like shit. So that's as far as you got. You just got a little line that says "Spirit of the Plains" off to the side. ...
I wanted to write stuff like, I learned this about vampires.
No, this is after. This is while you're writing that.
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah. It triggered something in your brain, but that's as far as it got.
Got it.
Yeah, being exhausted is making your
Triggered
brain doing some-
Alzheimer's,
Oh,
apparently.
yeah, I
crazy
didn't roll a
things.
disadvantage. Should I?
No.
Yes.
You did fine.
Double one, you jam the pin through your thigh.
It's not a book at all. You've been writing on Max the whole time.
You're over there just drawing on Madison.
All right. So after that, Kibe and Shrimp, are you up and doing stuff? Or
I'll be up for like what time I can be up. But
Yeah.
this time I'm just resting next to Madison.
So,
Okay.
Shrimp, do you have that antler? I
I
feel like I tried to give it to you. Did you take it?
I didn't take it from you. I didn't notice you were trying to give it to me.
Okay. I give it to you.
Okay. I accept it and
All right, yeah.
hold it up and nod and then.
All right.
Super glue it back on.
Awkward.
You want something?
No, I just wanted to just like
Try to
not
glue
have
it.
it anymore.
Try to
I
glue
just
it back
wanted you
on
to
there.
have it.
Great.
Does mending fix antlers?
Well, I have it.
No.
You're welcome.
I mean,
Not the appropriate response. Okay.
Yeah, it's a dead body at this point now.
yeah, but you use mending to fix stuff, not
Yeah,
creatures.
it's stuff. Yeah, it's a dead creature.
It's an object.
No, it was a dead creature.
An antler. It's an
No,
object.
dead creature.
Okay.
If you want to chop off his antlers, then like taxidermy it and mount it, I might let it happen. Yeah.
Noted.
A noun is a person, place, or thing. He's technically a thing, right? And you can mend things.
Oh, we can go through the semantics and then go through the PHB all day.
Brian's just telling us what.
Aaron does love a good ruler.
I would like to mend that onto my rhino.
Okay, how do you mend it onto your rhino?
How do you have it?
How do you grab
from the
spit lemongrass?
I heard that Elon could do it using his spell. And BreAnne said that it mounts with things.
Oh my god.
So I would like another tiny horn off
I don't
of his
recall
big
saying
horn.
this.
You just said it.
Did I?
You said person, place, a thing. Mounts with
okay.
things.
There you go.
Ugh.
You know what?
Man, you really did roll a 1.
Do anything?
No, not really did.
All right, the night goes by uneventfully. Morning comes. You guys have been able to stave off another level of exhaustion, but you're still tired from skipping the night before. Charge off towards Gardune. And
Wait, do you still have a level of exhaustion?
Yep.
Yep. You skipped one night.
Wait, isn't a long rest cure a level of exhaustion?
No, you won't get another one. Like, you'll have to, like, stop and then keep resting. Because you guys, like, keep going.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. No, so
You're
saying
staving
by-
off the next level by not skipping it.
Okay. I thought by taking
don't-
a long rest, it cured
Yeah.
a level of
I
exhaustion.
feel like I don't understand how exhaustion works now.
Yeah. I thought it did not work like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. You guys are pushing hard, though.
I guess.
Good try.
You're
Aaron.
not pushing hard. You guys are casually strolling then.
No, I'm,
Say yes. No?
Let's say we're pushing a
Alright.
medium amount.
I thought we were pushing
'cause-
hard.
No, you guys are doing
I
like
thought we were literally pushing hard. That was our
like a
thing.
forced
we are.
march, maybe, if we want to start getting into game terminology.
All right.
Just fucking with you.
How's the wolf pup doing? He takes cat naps throughout the day.
Well, that's
No, he doesn't.
uncharacteristic.
Yeah, it's strange. I can't explain it. But I don't know much about dire wolves, so.
Yeah, no, he's fine. You check him. Boop, he's still wolf pupping.
Actually, he's tethered up now. He's being
Or are
forced
you
to
running
march.
him ragged?
Well, no, he gets to ride on the mount some of the time.
There's just a bloody leash trailing
You
behind
guys
him.
tell me how hard you're pushing.
So hard.
I'm not pushing the wolf pup hard.
Okay.
I thought
I
there
carry
was
him
really-
sometimes.
There's no reason to push hard. Like it doesn't matter when we get back.
Push it
really.
real good.
Okay, normal
Because that's,
speed.
okay, I was gonna say that's counter to what
Yeah.
you guys did when you first left. Then
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said it doesn't matter because there's any magic that we could take advantage of by pushing hard. The time has already passed. So
At this point, we push normal speed. I do inform the group that the air hurts the higher you get up.
It's good to know in case
So
I
watch, so
grow
watch out for
wings.
that.
nobody else fly.
To be honest, I'm not sure. I feel like that may be normal. I've never been that high before.
That the air is dry and hurts. The fuck kind of place you live in, man?
I'm just saying I don't have anything to compare it against. I don't have a control.
Whatever.
You've been at high elevations in the mountain.
It's different up there.
so we keep marching forward
Sure.
at a normal pace.
You guys covered a lot of ground the first
Look at
day.
Baron. I'm like, I think he's the worst ranger I've ever met.
You know what? We'll say you guys covered so much ground the first day that you're still tired, but you like covered double as much distance as you normally would have.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
That BreAnne, you see
For oh god, oh,
as
shit.
you see as you guys are traveling, the air is normalizing. The clouds
Yes.
are behind you. You know, or at least the red tinted, dangerous, flamey hurt clouds.
We need to get to the.
Behind you.
We need to get to the city and see what James Spann has to say about this. He's the only man I trust in this weather.
Check the
Is he wearing his
polygons.
jacket or his sleeves rolled up?
The shirt's off. The air hurts, guys.
The jacket's off. He still has his tie, and the sleeves are at his wrists.
Oh, okay, we're fine.
But on the horizon, you see peaks of a familiar mountain.
Yes.
Your heart begins to swell as you see tall,
Oh God.
bright buildings of Gardune come into view. The domed ceilings of the different buildings each bear a mix of bright colors and brilliant shining stone fixtures and decorations. Numerous colored flags atop each of the brightly colored domes dance with the wind, each one representing different noble houses that have gained prominence within the city. And
Oh, is that Douche's family here?
a few miles away,
Fuck that guy.
you see the city come into view.
Wow.
You see the bright white gate with tall columns hewn from marble. You recognize
Marvel.
You recognize it as the Eagle Gate, one of 3 main passages into Gardune's high fortifications of walls.
A gate, you say?
After a few days of hard travel, you have arrived at Gardune. the
How much
jewel
gold is
on the
this gate
mountain.
worth?
Yay!
So you guys just continue pushing on to it.
So how far away are we from it?
I mean, you're on plains. You can see it now, so it's still a good 15, 20 miles. You've got time. It's
Gotcha.
it's looming on the horizon now.
I'm flying towards it. With the group.
I would like to go talk to Shrimp and ask him, hey, would it be possible for us to send some type of message to my family to let them know to prepare to, be prepared for us to arrive within the day?
No.
Thought I had seen you use that ability before.
That was me.
That was a different day.
Ah, okay. Well then,
I
all
can
right.
literally send
Well,
something instantly.
unfortunately, I can't do it myself, so we carry on.
Boyd just said something that
I don't know
you
what
might
Boyd
be
said.
interested
I don't know what Boyd said, but he's flying really high, and I've personally never seen him do it. Have I?
Yeah, you saw me send a message to the king. I literally asked everyone, it's like, what should I say to the king? And you're like, make sure to be all proper. Make sure to suck his dick in your message.
Verbatim what I said.
Pretty sure that's how it happened.
I
exactly how it
message
went down.
Grits, and I ask him if he is available.
Like, today?
For what?
You know.
To send a message to my family forward.
You want me to send a message to them?
Yes.
Let me see if I can do that. Give me a moment.
You know what? I can't do
Do you have to
that.
know the person
I think
for sending?
I have to have a at least a physical description of them.
Oh, well, surely someone in the party
He
can give
just
you
looks
that.
like Dad.
Max, oblige them. Give them
To a
physical
creature
description.
which you are familiar. How familiar are you with his family?
Pretty familiar with Grandpappy, just saying.
Some of his stuff, at least.
Really familiar with
We'll say, for the sake of the wording, you have to have at least met someone before to be able to send them a message.
That works.
Okay.
Because it's someone you are familiar with.
Where did the smoke signal?
I send him. I tell Baron. I was like, if I haven't met them or have like a really, really detailed description of them, I can't send anything.
Gotcha. DM, do I see any nearby post offices?
We're like 20 miles away. We're gonna get there in like 15 minutes.
You see one looming on the horizon.
In the town we're
I
going
sally
to.
forth. No, well, with the inability to send a message, there's no way around surprising them. So, all right.
Okay, you
give up.
guys march forward. As you come up to the gate, you notice there's a decent amount of traffic. You guys have already joined onto the main road now. And you see there's a lot of people filing in. There's a decent crowd ahead of you right before the gate. Probably, we'll say, 100 or so people. And it looks like just inside the gate, the city's popping. Everything's busy. There's lots of flags raised, lots of celebration going on, lots of busyness.
Is this Gardune as I know it?
Yeah, give me a history check with advantage.
Don't fuck it up. That's a D12 you just rolled.
Okay. No, it's not.
Made you look.
Wow.
He was already looking.
You,
but yeah, you did.
you really got me.
Just kidding. I was being retarded.
My vision is
18.
bad.
Wow. 18?
I don't think you can use that word, Brian. I had to bleep that out.
Call my lawyer. 18. You remember... Wait a minute. You have to do some calculations in your head. Wait a minute. It's Swords Day, third month. Oh, yeah, there's a holiday coming up. Holiday
yes.
of the Hound's Call.
Oh, yes.
And also, like, just inside, you can see, like, extra fortifications built inside the city. You guys make your way up to the gate, and you notice the guards are inspecting, like, everyone. And they get to you guys.
I think to BreAnne's like, do you want me to fly ahead after this inspection to get your family?
Well, at this point, I think it's, I think I could send a messenger. I don't know if there's too much of a reason for us to split up. You're not as familiar with the city as them. I suspect they might be able to find it even faster than you.
Just look for the poofiest pants.
No one here wears poofy pants.
I pressed today's pants, poofy. I like that for an hour.
Okay. That doesn't help you in your search.
You don't know that.
Search for
so the guards are up ahead.
Yeah, and they're just like...
They go to pat me down like, hey, don't fucking touch me. Dawnguard, motherfucker.
Fight them. We'll find our way in.
Give me a persuasion check. Because they're inspecting, like, everything. They're just like, no explosives, no liquids in containers larger than 4 ounces. No.
Give him a quart size
Persuasion, you say?
Yeah.
29.
All right. They're like, oh, the Dawnguard. Master Beauregard. And, like, one of them recognizes you. They're like, quick, make their way, make room.
I don't like any part of this city.
I'm just picturing like the scene from Aladdin where it's like Prince Ali is here.
And immediately you hear like hushed whispers in the group and the people around you. They're just like, oh, it's the Dawnguard. Oh. People are pointing and looking. And they're like, so the head guard there who now has a huge goatee and a big hat. He's
just now.
Suddenly.
He's like, to what do we owe the pleasure?
Terrible Jafar.
He's not Jafar. Jafar's in the temple or whatever. Palace, yeah.
The guard guy.
Yeah, he's got a big scimitar. And
We're in the king's business. None of your damn business.
I say, fortunately, the king's business brought us to Gardune's doorstep, and we were hoping to catch our breath here for the night before we moved forward.
he's like, of course. And someone you hear overhear, one of the other guards is like, first the Shimmering Knights show up, now the Dawnguard are here.
Those
what a
douchebags are here. God damn it. Where are they?
He looks up. He's like, I don't know.
Did you forget how to speak? Where the hell are they?
They're in the city. They've been here for about a week now.
Slackers.
All right, go clean that fuzz off your chin. I don't want to see you anymore.
He's like, but I'm clean shaven.
I'm talking to the other guy.
Oh, he's like, but the ladies like it. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. Get the fuck out of here. I got business to do.
Is that just because you don't have any facial hair?
I'm a bird. I'm covered in feathers, baby.
All right, they begin to move on to the next group. What are you guys doing?
BreAnne, does this town have a cleric by chance?
Yes, there are several temples here. It depends on what god you're seeking.
No, for Madison.
I mean, there are many temples here, but
What religion is Madison?
Yeah, I think that there should be a
She's a
a
Methodist.
healer here.
I was thinking that's something we could look into first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's priority number.
I asked the guard if it's possible for him to send word to my family that the Dawnguard have arrived and will be staying in Gardune.
He has his parchment. He's like, anything else?
That they should expect our arrival within, at some point today.
Okay. He says, all right. Rips it off his notepad. And he's like, messenger. Some other new green guy runs up. Not actually green, but like he's new, obviously.
But he's also a half orc, so he's kind of green.
He grabs it and he runs off and like kicks up a plume of dust. And he's like inhumanly fast. Like he just runs
Or his
into
arms
the city.
flying back.
Is he human?
Blu-ray?
No, well, yeah, he's human. Yeah.
I am impressed.
He's inhuman. You said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
His
and,
nickname's the Messenger just because he can run really fast. He runs like a 40 in like 2.7.
I guide. I guide our
You guys have like 18s and 20s in stats. Shut up. People can do that.
I turn into a Blu-ray and race him.
That dude is fast. He's hella fast.
Look at that.
I
Fired.
guide our party to a cleric, like a temple of some sort.
You ask for one?
Well, I know where one is.
Oh, you just guide to one.
Yeah.
All right. You know that there are at least 2 in the lower district, and then there's one in like the middle district towards the closer to the middle of the town. Gardune is set up in like 2 concentric circles and like a center.
Mhm.
There's like the upper district in the middle
Yeah.
where like all the prestigious houses are. The middle
Fucking
district,
rich assholes.
and then the lower district where you guys are currently.
Gotcha. I carry them through to the middle district.
Okay.
I don't want any of that poor church to get on us.
You find the Temple of Mishakal, which has a, we'll say a marble building that's kind of separated from the ones next to it. There's like columns.
How phallic is its
inside.
symbolism?
Very.
Like
Yeah.
Little Mermaid.
No, the symbol in paned glass above the door is a blue infinity symbol. But yeah, you make your way through there, like, and through the entire lower district, and even most of the middle district, you recognize the preparation for the festival known as the Hound's Call, and there are huge fortifications, walls built on the streets, doors and windows are barricaded shut, and there's like canopies and bridges covering a lot of the streets.
I get a boner.
do like Fortnite in this city or something?
But yeah, you make your way to the temple.
shall call me.
You find yourselves at the 2 giant wooden doors out front with the elaborate brass handles that themselves form a blue infinity symbol.
I knock on the
ask-
door.
I ask Baron if this is the place.
Yes, indeed. I believe this place, if anyone can help us, it will be here.
I take Nibbles, who I assume Madison is still on the back of, and I lead him up the stairs and just push the doors open.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay,
I
Just
also
kinda
am
guide
walking with
Nibbles.
him.
sure. You guys make it up the steps. You guys carry Madison with you. All the other mounts. You notice like stabling outside.
Mhm.
There's normally not room or allowance for mounts within the temple.
What
but as
about the wolf pup?
you have him on the leash?
Yep.
Are you just walking in confidently, or are you asking someone?
No, I'm just walking in.
Oh yeah, no one bothers you then.
He's an emotional server. He's an emotional support animal.
You walk in, and there are a number of priests, both male and female, all of them with shaved heads and white gilded robes with blue infinity symbols. We'll say tattooed onto the back of their head. That looks cool.
Before going in, BreAnne would like to give Max instructions and directions
Wow.
to find his to find the Beauregard mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell Max I'm going to go see my family to get what little time I have to spend with them, as well as prepare a place for all of us. Here's how you can find the Beauregard residence.
What's the one way I can keep not helping Madison?
What?
No, I'm just messing with you, man.
All right, BreAnne, we'll catch up after we're done here.
Okay.
All right,
Kibe,
so
are
you
you
head
going to
out-
hang out here, or would you like to come with?
I'll go with you.
All right.
Sounds like a good time.
We sally forth.
All right, so BreAnne and Kibe, you guys, the doors open. You guys walk off. The other four, you guys walk into the temple. Immediately, one of the priests approach you. He says, "Yes, children. How can Mishakal be of service to you today?"
We're the Dawnguard, and we had a situation come up, and we need you to revive one of our fallen comrades.
He says, of course. Resurrection is a service that the Temple of Mishakal gladly engages in and provides for everyone.
How much?
How long has the deceased been as such? Is it like
3 days?
About 72 hours.
He says, okay, and who you guys all look lively? Is it the... He
Point to
points at
Madison.
he's like, oh dear.
Elk, actually.
It's very insensitive,
Not
sir.
He says, excuse me, I'm sorry. I mean, no offense.
Just hurry up. We need this.
Bring
stat.
him to the altar. Yeah, there's an altar. It's laid out like a typical old Spanish Catholic church.
Okay.
It's just straight up to the altar. You go up a few steps. Instead of a cross, there's a giant blue infinity symbol hanging dauntingly over everyone. You guys lay Madison on the altar. And he says, this... You for 72 hours, are you sure?
Yeah.
He begins inspecting the body, and he says, I first off, I believe you.
But you're lying.
But I feel like this creature has been deceased for much longer than that.
You must have been dead on the inside.
No, we ran into. We went to help. There's a large monolith in the middle of the fields on the way to Gardune. We were inspecting it. Some specters came, and we handled them. But unfortunately, they looked like they pulled Madison's essence out of him.
His essence, his soul.
I guess that's what you would call it.
Without a soul, I'm afraid there isn't much that I can do for you.
But I need you to try. Listen, look at me real quick.
He looks at you.
I don't know if you need to get like a higher.
You notice his eyes are uneven. One's like a lot higher, one's lower.
Don't even care. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if you have to go get like your higher ups. Whatever you have to do, you need to do your very best.
Can I speak to the manager?
You need to do your very best to bring him back. He's very important to us. He's very important to the king.
Okay, let me see if I can get my supervisor. he tells one of the altar boys from the back. He's just like, come over here, and he comes up in his robes. He's like, go get Father Gangolf. Mishakal Church is basically Catholic Church at this point. That's all I got to go off of right now. So a few minutes goes by, and he's like inspecting. He's kind of half-heartedly doing it. Like he feels like you feel like he's putting on a show. Like he really has lost hope at this point. A few minutes goes by, and you see a short man with he's got typical like monk hair. He's not fully bald like everyone else. And he comes out, and he's got rings for days on each one of his arms.
So heavy.
And he walks in, and he's like, how can I help you, my children?
Say, fix
like-
it.
Dawnguard, mount for the king, very important. Go suck soul out. We know that's difficult. Try your best.
TLDR.
Looks to everyone else. He's like, "Is your friend developmentally?" No. He's just like.
I just don't want to repeat myself, and we're in a hurry.
He says, "Well, first, Dawnguard, I want to thank you guys for your service.
Shut up and fix it.
We don't want to be rude, but shut up and fix it.
I believe we can save your friend here. The ritual requires a lot of preparation and materials.
How much?
The long and the short of it, we need diamonds. It's just something about their makeup that makes the spell work. About 30,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Charges to the Burgard family. Baron's one of us.
None of the temples around here really have working relationships like that with any of the families. Everything's a per service.
Listen,
I
you
trained
can
a
make the
Baron.
exception right now. Baron's not here.
No, he sent Max off. Baron's here.
No. Baron went off and he gave me directions so we could catch back up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, give
Baron's
me
walking
a
this week, counting his
persuasion check. With disadvantage.
I ask Elon to pull out all of the gems that we've collected so far and try to find any diamonds that we have.
Okay. Have you been keeping track of your inventory?
We can.
I feel like you just said you got a bunch of gems at one point.
16.
16. You can tell he's just based on his adornments and how nice the church is. He's kind of used to this kind of position, and he's like, "I'm sorry. I would need at least half of it up front."
All right. I'll be back. You guys stay here. I go find the nearest jewelry store.
All right. What are you guys doing? Everyone else?
I'm searching. I am helping Elon search through his.
So I'm pretty sure when we had all those, we were like, let's just convert those to gold so it's easier
Yeah.
to keep track of.
That's fine.
Yeah, you used your alchemy spell to do that.
Yeah, my alchemy slot.
Yeah.
So we just have gold pieces.
No, that's fine. We'll say an equivalent of.
But you could just use your alchemy slot to convert it back.
Yeah, sure.
He turns all the gold coins to diamonds.
I already said
works.
yes. I don't know what you're fishing for here.
But I mean, we've got, I think, 12.
How much value
pieces.
currency do you have?
I have 1,000 in the bag.
It's what the market will bear.
I'm currently holding 11,250 pieces of gold.
Okay.
But to a person not well versed in diamonds,
Yeah.
it could be 30,000.
That's not true. You, if you were there, you have a feeling that Father Gangolf is very, very well versed in diamonds.
Looks like he's very well versed in taking money from everybody. What?
Nothing.
I didn't.
So, what do you guys?
You weren't near the mic. I didn't hear you.
That was on purpose.
So, what are you guys doing?
How much did you say you would need?
30K.
15 up front.
I would actually like to go up to this Father Gotti, whatever the fuck his name was.
Gangolf.
Yeah. Okay.
Gangle.
And I would like to
It's
just
Gangolf Hertzfeld.
Yeah. And I would like to just kind of like drop my tone and into kind of more of a.
What about to threaten the church?
Remember, he already had to do a persuasion at disadvantage, so like yours will be even at more disadvantage, but also with a higher DC if you're threatening him.
I like to think that you're going to drop it to a more robotic monotone. Please help our friend.
Please help.
Take all the emotion out.
Davey.
No, I was just gonna tell him that. I mean, looking at the majesty of the church and obviously how well dressed he is,
Mm-hmm.
it would go a long way with us, but also with the king, since we're basically the king's right hand. If he would do this service for us, we would pass word to the king of his good deeds in aiding the king's mission. And it may not be, payment up front, but I feel like the long-term rewards would be a lot more lucrative.
Give me a persuasion check without disadvantage.
So just a persuasion.
I was going to give him advantage on that, but chances out.
Okay. That would be a 13.
He says, okay, if you can, well, what do you have? And he looks to the other three of you. He said, well, what do you have on hand right now?
I tell him that we have about 5,000 gold pieces.
All right.
We just came out of...
I have to ask you, as a DM, are you lying?
Yeah.
All right, then you're going to have to give a deception check.
Have about 5,000 gold
he
pieces.
says, "Are you lying?" Yes. I mean, no. Damn it.
Confess your sins.
14.
I rolled 16 naturally. He says, I'm willing to work with you on half. I'm looking for 15. And if you can gain his favor with the king, we can work with you. But I don't work with liars.
You overplayed
And all four of you can hear this, like, he's not being secretive or anything. He's like, we can save your friend. We just, I
went to go rob
providing
a
a service. All right, that's fine. You run outside. You're still...
Like, all right, we'll try and pull that together. But if you don't bring him back, we're gonna have problems.
Is that a threat?
Damn straight it is.
It's a motherfucking promise.
Look,
He says, duly noted. I'm sorry for your loss. I wish we would have been able to work something out. And he says, my thoughts and prayers are with you in this trying time.
Oh, the old thoughts and prayers.
And he begins to walk away.
We're dead to him.
BreAnne and Kibe, you guys find the residence of the Beauregard Manor within the Upper District. What does it look like?
It's a large stone mansion.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a square with an atrium in the center that's got 2 floors above it, and there's 2 turrets out in the front.
Okay. Gate.
There's a wall around it.
Driveway for carts.
There's a wall around it. The driveway for carts and delivery is in the back.
Oh, okay.
Up at the front, the street level is just stairs.
Sure. And are there any guards?
No, I don't think there are guards. It's gated, though.
All right, you guys walk up, and you find yourself on the nice columned patio of your manor, in front of the gilded doors. What are you doing?
I breathe in the sweet air, and I type in the old combination to the gate, and I unlock it.
Sure. Click.
And
Wait, how much is that gate worth?
I ascend the stairs with Kibe in tow.
All right.
Kibe, what are you doing?
Just taking it all in. I'm trying to calculate, trying to figure out whether or not you're a merchant.
Okay.
And I say, hey, how do you know these merchants?
Merchants? What do you mean?
Only a merchant could afford such a dwelling.
Oh, well, my family is officially recognized by the king as
merchants, and I run ahead.
I was trying to think of a way to explain, like, people who donate to museums. I couldn't think of the name.
Gotcha.
Philanthropist?
Huh?
Philanthropist?
Philanthropist.
Full on.
You charge forward, and these vaulted ceilings, the room leads up into this large spiral or two-sided curved staircase. And at the top of the landing, you see we're gonna go with a buxom woman, older, in her 50s.
I'm gonna fuck your mom.
And she says,
With my bird dick.
"Oh, Baron, you're home. Baron."
Do I
She calls out
recognize
to you.
this
It's
woman?
your mom.
Okay.
It is
Your mom.
It is one.
It's you, mem.
It is one Gardune von Beauregard.
All right.
And she says, boy,
Gardune.
And one of the servants runs up. She says, "Get Baron Senior," and he runs off. And she begins descending the stairs. She's like,
Baron Senior's like the first Baron.
no, the other live one.
I go and after Mum descends, I embrace her and I kiss her and I introduce her to Kibe, a fellow Dawnguard, a brave warrior that has fought for this kingdom, and if I may say so myself, quite an eccentric find as well.
She embraces you, does like the French cheek kiss thing as well as she can on your crabby exterior.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I pop one sucker to her side of her face,
Okay.
trying to just do whatever she just did to me back to her.
Right. As you pull away, there's like a long string of saliva. She's like, "Oh," and she pulls out a napkin and wipes it. She says, "We weren't," she addresses you, Baron. She says, "We weren't sure you were getting our letters. I'm so glad you were able to make it."
Oh, yes. It seems we made it just in time for the festival.
Yes, we were afraid that the Beauregards weren't going to be able to enter a team this year.
Oh, yes? Will
Yeah.
Beauregard the 7th not be entering? Or Baron the 7th?
Well, I mean, he would have had you not shown up, but now that the 6th is here, representing the Dawnguard, that would do wonders for our family to have you make an appearance in the Hound's Call.
Ah, yes. When are the opening ceremonies? Tomorrow, I believe, right?
Yes, tomorrow. Preparations have been made all week. Even the Prescotts are here. The Shimmering Knights have been here all week, and
At the sound of their name, my face grows scowly.
You paint such a good picture with words.
You can't just add the word, or you can't just add the letter Y to the end of a verb.
Sure you can.
she says, "So tonight, will you and the rest of the Dawnguard be able to make the cocktail party?"
I do hope so. We ran into some trouble along the road, and one of the Dawnguard's mounts perished along the way. He's seeking the help of Father. What was his name?
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Gargolf.
Gargolf.
Yeah.
He's seeking the help of Father Gargolf.
It's definitely not Gandalf, guys.
He's seeking the help of Father Gargolf. I hope that they can do something for him.
She kind of not snickers a little bit, but she's like, "For a mount? Why don't they just buy another one?"
I know.
Fucking hate these people.
It's the exact. That's the exact attitude I have, but it was very special to him. It seemed to be sentimental. He's a druid. You know how druids can be.
She maintains a smile, but she goes, "Oh."
I'm killing his goat. I'm banging his mom, and I'm stealing everything I put my hands on in this house.
Quit metagaming over there.
Just get ready. Don't be mad when I do it, because that's exactly what I'm gonna try to do.
Gotcha. I kill grits.
All right. So she says, "Well, your room is as you left it, and of course, all the guest house is still available for any of your friends or Dawnguard that need it."
Excellent, excellent. Well, we will need to make that available for them. We do intend to stay the night. I'm not sure how long we can stay. Honestly, let's have this conversation inside.
I mean, you guys are in like the
Oh, we're in
main
the foyer?
room. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you're in the foyer.
Foyer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Foyer.
He's out.
Well, let's have this
Neanderthal.
conversation in front of Father.
Oh, sure. So she
front-
begins guiding you guys
in front of
upstairs.
Pappy.
I extend my claw.
Uh-huh.
I am a elegant courtier.
Yes,
after
you
all.
are. As a samurai.
As a samurai, and I just like my air has changed a little bit. I'm acting a little bit more regal. Kind of light on my steps.
Sure.
Kind of trying to impersonate her as best I can.
She takes notice.
And compliment her.
Okay.
On her crab-like hands.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check. Does that give you advantage?
What does that do?
Or does it just let you add like your proficiency or double proficiency or something?
So it does give me proficiency to persuasion. I think I took that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and just give me a persuasion check then.
It would add my wisdom modifier, but my wisdom modifier is 0.
That makes sense.
So it did add it. It's just 0.
Oh, look at that. 20.
Oh, she blushes. And her cheeks get nearly as red as your chitin. Your chitinous exterior.
You mistake her for a crab woman.
When he said
Your epidermis is out.
I look back at Baron and I say, "You didn't tell me you had a sister."
Okay, this continues on. You guys go up the stairs to go talk to Pappy.
I thought I mentioned I had several.
You hear a sploosh.
The ground rumbles as her panties hit them.
She casts create water.
Anyways, I'm pulling out of that one.
I'm sleeping with your mom tonight. We're making crab babies.
Grits, you have got rushed out of the temple. Give me an investigation check to find the nearest jewelry store.
$19.
19. All right, you've navigated most of the middle. It's actually called the middling district. As on your way through the lower district, you didn't notice any. But in the middling district, you found. You look into one or two shops that seem to be filled with what you can only assume are tourists. You see a lot of people that don't necessarily match the garb and demeanor of most of the people you see like living here. But you find one jewelry store, I guess. Yeah, you I guess you head in, right?
Yeah, head in. I'm going to case the joint.
Okay. All right.
It's a technical term. Probably not familiar with it.
What are you looking for exactly?
Diamonds of great value. Around, multiple thousands.
You definitely don't see that. You see.
If I don't see the diamonds, I don't care. I move on to another jewelry store.
No, you see some diamonds, but you appraise them at probably, I don't know, at the most in this one store is 1,000, and that's like at the very back where the store owner is like lording over it.
Ah, shit. I look at
rob 30 stores.
I look at the owner. Is there anyone else in the store? Is it just me and this owner?
No, there's a couple people just browsing around. Like I said, because of the atmosphere and the preparations for the big festival that you guys have all gathered is happening soon, there's a lot more people in this area, and it's very well populated. And for what you know of Gardune, it's got a pretty bustling and growing population to begin with, especially for its size. It's like Birmingham, circa 2018.
Okay. I asked him, I was like, I need two things from you.
He's like, excuse me, sir, let me finish with this
I flex my
customer.
jewel and I'm like, Dawnguard.
Excuse me, one moment. And then he turns to you. He says, yes.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for being rude. We're just in a hurry. Best tailor in town, biggest jewelry store in town. Is it in the upper district?
That would be yes and yes.
Names, please.
For Taylor, you want to look for La Pucelles.
I'm sorry, spell that for me as I pull out a notebook.
He kind of contorts his face as he sees your claws wrap around a pen or parchment, I guess.
No, I just dipped my quill. I just dipped my talent in some ink.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I pluck a feather. Pluck my own feather.
Infinite pins.
It is La Pucelle.
Again, spell that.
Poucelle in the common alphabet, of course.
Okay, that's the tailor.
Yes.
All right.
And as
Jeweler
for
store.
jeweler, well, you're talking to him.
You're the largest jeweler.
Oh, I'm the most valuable one. Yes.
Okay. Here's a secret for you. I'm going to rob someone. I need to get as many diamonds as I can. Do you want me to rob you, or do you want me to rob somebody else?
Well, then you're looking for Weidenfelds. That would be WIEDENFELDS.
You just straight up told him you're gonna rob somebody.
He runs. Yeah, he runs the Mages for Ages.
Sweet. I lay down 30 gold, give him a wink, and I go, I was never here, and I'll leave.
Give me a persuasion check.
$18.
Okay. You run off. The rest of you, not the rest of you, I'm sorry. Max, Flint, and Elon, you guys essentially got told off by Father Gangolf. What are you guys doing now?
Say, Elon, help me get Madison back on Nibbles, if you please.
Sure.
And I turn to the highest ranking priest is still in the room.
Sure.
And I say, the day's going to come when you need the Dawnguard's help, and we will not be there.
He says,
I walk away. I don't wait for his response.
okay. He says something in the distance.
The day I can cast meteor storms. All of
One day I'll reach level 20 and you're fucked.
So what are you guys doing?
we will rule Gardune with iron fist.
Max is with us, right?
Yeah.
All right, Max, we need to get back to BreAnne. I don't know. I look around at the skyline trying to see anything else that looks like a church or.
It's pretty hard because, like, even in the middle district, everything's kind of crowded. It almost reminds you of Canicapitus just a little bit. With the towers aren't as tall, but in this district, they're definitely close together and bunched up. And there's even you can't go 5 feet without like a canopy of
Can't
some
really see
kind.
the skyline.
Right.
Okay.
It's hard from here. Once you go inside the city, it gets a little easier though.
Okay, we
Just
need
more
to
spread out.
BreAnne. We need to find another church.
Which one do you want to do first?
No, I don't know where another church is, but I feel like
get to
BreAnne would
to
know
find
where another.
church.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Instead of asking around, you want to go.
I just yell out, anyone know where the next church is?
Some guy who happens to be near you, obviously inebriated, and he just like right there, and he points at the.
Well, there you go, Max.
All right.
Can we go get BreAnne now, please?
All right, let's go get BreAnne and start leading them to BreAnne's family's house.
Okay, you guys are heading to the upper district to BreAnne's house.
On the way there, I'm looking for another church. If there's,
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
Grits, you've already headed to the upper district.
On my way to the upper district, I also want to be looking for Thieves' Cant. I want to be looking for a place where I can resupply my thieving stuff.
All right. Do we know if there's any Red Right Hand in the city? Just based on.
We'll have to find out later.
All right.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to call it right there.
Dang it.
Yep.
Damn it.
So, that's it for that episode.
Congrats, Brian. You didn't kill any
I
animals
was
this time.
preparing my next.
You didn't torture
Interaction
and murder
with the,
any animals,
Beauregard.
Brian.
I know,
Good
right?
job.
It's not me.
I don't know.
It's not my fault. It's the dice.
You're rolling them.
Yeah, but who planned the situations the dice are required in?
I write down like a million different situations and then just roll on those tables, man. I don't know what to tell you. So, what do we got? Reviews or do we have fan mail today?
We got iTunes reviews.
Nice.
if you write an iTunes review, we'll read it no matter what it says.
Again,
if it's a 5-star review.
I will read anything you send us. I will wear any shirt, and I will put any sticker you send on the car.
If you send any food, we will eat it.
I will not do that.
If it's sealed, factory sealed for someone else.
I'm gonna show this fan art.
As long as it's in a Ziploc.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yinny the Pooh.
Notice one of those flip top bags. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Twist it and flip it over. We're good.
Yeah.
On July 3rd, 2018, Don Longer 89 titled his response Critical Success, 5 stars. These guys are hilarious and come up with the most off-the-wall shenanigans that leads to the craziest situations. If you love D&D, then you gotta give these guys a listen. 5 stars!
5 stars. 5 stars.
Unbelievably funny by Z Scott 4. I never write reviews for podcasts, but you guys kill me every week. The creativity of BreAnne, the wild methods your group comes up with to figure out the most basic puzzles is amazing. I never looked forward to a podcast so much. I've only played a couple of one-shots and tabletops, but this has really got me itching to get a group together. Keep it up, fellas. 5 stars.
Never write reviews, do you? You liar.
It's obvious you practiced that.
I'm just saying.
Thank you, everybody.
We just read
Yeah,
one.
thank you for the reviews. Also, we'd like to thank our higher level patrons: Rachel, Austin, Tarken, Brett,
And Trevor.
Trevor.
and
Trevor.
did I say Austin already? I didn't write
yes,
all this
you
stuff
did.
down. Luke. Luke is the
Thank
last
you,
one.
Luke.
Thank you, Luke.
I wrote
Thank you
him
for
a note
He
with
did.
the updated
I
one.
didn't even look
He's
at
like, nope, I'm gonna read the old one.
So yeah,
that's
if you
fine.
send
Thanks,
us
guys.
if you send us mail, we will read it. Reviews, we will read it. Beer, we will drink it.
Stickers,
stickers, we will wear it.
I will put on my car.
Anything you send us, we will either put in or on our bodies,
Guaranteed.
wherever it fits.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you to those higher level patrons. We'll get it smoothed out, where we can actually say all of your names in one go. But if you'd like to support us monetarily, check out our Patreon at patreon.bardsnobles.com. We got some pretty sweet swag. Starting at the $2 level, we have a Discord server that we have like a fan art channel on. You can talk to us, directly.
Other
Which
Other
our fan art
patrons.
is killing it. Like we've
Yeah.
got some good stuff
Oh yeah,
in
you
there.
showed you one.
Yeah, if you want to see just a bunch of fan art of Kibé and some smatterings
Yeah.
of Boyd's character.
Literally anything else.
Yeah.
If anyone would like to make any fan art that is not crab based, feel free to send that.
Keep making the crab based
I'm gonna
ones.
I've seen this on YouTube before. If you click the link right here, you'll see my personal page with all my fan art. We can do that post, right?
As long as you declare it, it's there.
In post,
You
I'll
just have to
stretch your
say-
That's not
hand.
how that works. No, I declare.
At the right spot.
Declare.
I do declare.
Yeah, so join us on there. If you want to rock some Bards Nobles swag, check out shop.bardsnobles.com. We got
Snatchels.
totes and boats and automobiles. Not really.
We got one of those things.
Yeah, one of those
least one.
things. And Snatchels.
Find out which one.
Yeah. And follow us on social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Live journal.
Path.
I've never used it.
GeoCity.
Musically.
What's the one with the penguins?
Called Penguin.
Penguin on there.
What's the one with the penguins? What's the one, guys? What's the one with the Warcraft? World of Warcraft.
That one's lame. Get on Habbo Hotel.
Oh, also,
Find us on Newgrounds.
Nude grounds.
Yeah. I mean, the
Also,
comment section of Pornhub.
No, actually, I was going to say something else, but
Okay.
You know what? Forget it.
it's not going to work.
But fuck you.
We'll edit that in post.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening to us.
Don't
We
fight
really
yourself.
appreciate it.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros. Ah!